the man who controlled more territory than any ruler alive on earth at that moment, stretching from the borders of China to the banks of the Nile. Owned exactly 2 shirts, one for summer, one for winter. His roof leaked, he patched it himself. And when foreign dignitaries arrived expecting to meet an emperor in a palace, they found him asleep under a tree in the courtyard of a mosque, alone, without a single bodyguard. That is not a parable, that is a documented historical fact. And here's the question that should make you stop and think. How does a man like that build the fastest expanding empire in recorded human history? Because in the 10 years and 6 months that Umar ibn al-Khattab governed as commander of the faithful, the territory grew from 2.3 million square kilometers to over 6 million. That is nearly 3 times the size of the continental United States. Conquered not over centuries, not over decades, in 10 years, by an army that, at its peak, historians estimate numbered no more than 100,000 soldiers fighting simultaneously across 3 separate fronts. No one in the ancient world had done it faster. Not Alexander the Great, not Julius Caesar, not Cyrus the Persian. And the man orchestrating it all was doing it while personally walking the streets of Medina at night, knocking on the doors of widows and poor families to make sure they had food. This is the story of one of the most consequential human beings to ever live, and most of the world has no idea who he was. That changes today. When Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, the first caliph of Islam, fell gravely ill in 634 CE, just over 2 years into his caliphate, the Muslim community faced a question with no precedent. Who comes next? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had not appointed a direct successor. Abu Bakr himself had navigated that uncertainty by consensus. But now, Abu Bakr, on his deathbed, made a choice. He consulted the senior companions, he weighed options carefully, and then, with deliberate intention, he nominated Umar ibn al-Khattab. Not everyone was thrilled. Some of the senior companions came to Abu Bakr and raised concerns. They said, in essence, you are appointing a man who is too harsh, too strict, too unyielding. Abu Bakr reportedly said something that reads like prophecy in retrospect. He said, I know Umar better than you do. And I know that when the weight of responsibility rests on his shoulders, his character will transform with it. He was right. The moment Umar assumed leadership, he stood before the people of Medina and delivered a speech that defined his entire governance philosophy. Umar said, O people, I have been placed in authority over you, but I am not the best among you. Help me if I am right, correct me if I am wrong. Obeying me is only obligatory as long as I obey Allah and His Messenger. If I deviate from that, you owe me no obedience. Let that land for a moment. This is not a king asking for loyalty. This is a leader explicitly telling his citizens that their obedience is conditional on his own moral conduct. In 634 CE, in Arabia, the political theorists of the Western Enlightenment would not articulate something similar until 1,000 years later.